everyone, it's me, Bobby G, and you guessed it, I'm back for another episode of Contraption Maker. And, well, I gotta say that some of these puzzles we've been doing lately in the I Like a Challenge category have been kicking my butt. We've only been squeezing about 2 puzzles per episode, and that's after some heavy editing. Compare that back to some of the easier ones. There used to be about 4 puzzles an episode. Well, it makes perfect sense that as you go towards the more difficult ones, it would take longer to solve. But boy, oh boy, I'm just looking forward to getting through these because they are getting tough. But without further ado, let's go on to Hungry Hungry Crocs. And boy, of course, back in the day, I played my fair share of Hungry Hungry Hippos. Let's see if there's any similarities. Feed each crocodile a tasty Milton Mouse. Aw, poor Milton Mouse. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3 Milton Mouses that I can tell. Alright, well, let's see what we can do here. You know what I always say. What is the moving part? And looks like the moving parts are, well, a bucket. Okay, so that's obviously one thing we can do is at least get that bucket from falling completely. I'm not sure where that is going to end up necessarily getting hooked onto. Maybe something like this. Yeah, maybe something like that. Here we go. I was thinking a rope pulley is the only situation where that would make any sense, and I think what's going to happen is that the teeter-totter will hit the hamster wheel. Let's see. Perfect, okay. So that's good. We already have at least one thing going probably in the right direction for us. And, well, one of the things, of course, we're going to have to do is hook up the conveyor belt to the motor and conveyor belt. And maybe that will take care of one of the Milton Mouses. Let's see, this crocodile right here may get fed. Let's take a look. Yep. Okay. Well, there's that one. That wasn't so bad. But I'm having a slight feeling that the others will not be so easy, but let's see. Here, of course, is the next one. We're probably going to have to at least hook up a belt to it, of course. Let's see here. We have a red laser. Okay. A red laser. So, obviously, something's going to have to flip this switch. Luckily for us, we have a piece of cheese. I think this will do the trick, and then, this conveyor belt may be necessary for getting this crocodile fed, and I gotta be honest, I didn't even see him at first. But, okay, so then we're going to at least have a laser turn on. I'm believing that this will at least... but I don't know if it's going to go through the... It's not going to go through the brick wall, I don't think. Maybe we can angle it just perfect to go in this splitter, and if it hits the left-hand side of the splitter, should guide it in there. Let's see what happens. Perfect, just like that. Okay, good. Wait, what happened here now? A couple things happened. Alright, so we still need something to happen here, of course. But let's take it one step at a time. So then, of course, we're going to get something along these lines here. Gonna need, at least there's only 2 gears. I always get very nervous with gears, just because normally it doesn't work out the way I want it to, first couple tries. But let's not get too worried about it just yet. And let's see what we can do here. I'm really not sure what this little conveyor belt has to do with anything. Not entirely sure just yet. We'll see here. Okay. So, it looks like this is going to have something, obviously, take place. We're going to need this balloon to kind of move and get rid of this branch in here. But I'm not so sure what that's going to do for us still. So, okay. Alright, let's just see. I'm feeling as if We of course need something to get this hamster going. Alright, I think maybe we are not necessarily set up properly with all of these ropes. So let's just take a little bit of time and do something like that. Then once this bucket falls eventually, then that's when this will all get triggered, the thing that we had set up originally. But I'm thinking that this bucket here is going to need to... I had a thought and I lost it. So where... I have a feeling that this bucket is supposed to hit this hamster wheel. It's just a theory. It's just a theory. Maybe we can get this rope to not necessarily utilize both pulleys. Something like that I think will still do the trick. And then what would this other pulley be latched onto? Not much. I don't see, honestly, what would be... I don't see what would be the mechanism that would raise this bucket into the hamster wheel. So maybe we're kind of losing sight of what we once had going. Really not sure how to get this conveyor belt moving. Let's reset the puzzle here. Let's reset. What if we hook up something like this? I don't think that is going to be enough to get the bucket all the way up to the hamster wheel. Almost, though. Almost. So that's very interesting. That's very interesting. How are we going to get this hooked up? That is a good question. Very good question. I wonder if let's just get these ropes off of here for the time being. Don't think this is going to be what's going to help us, but let's see. Okay. So there is a few of them getting triggered. I'm wondering then, what if something like this... I've never utilized two teeter-totters like this before. I wonder if this getting hit down will make this go up. And if that's the case, we may have all three solved here. There's the first mouse getting into position. Nope, not quite. Not quite, not quite. So, alright, well, hold on a sec. Maybe we don't need the rope pulleys for all this. Maybe we need one of the rope pulleys for this here. I wonder if that'll give us a better angle. Let's see. Perfect, perfect. And... shoot. Well, now the only thing that didn't happen... Shoot. Alright, let's switch these up here. I don't know if this is going to make complete sense, but let's try it. We're going to switch up the rope pulleys that these are associated with. Get off of there. Come on. No. Get off of there. Okay, perfect. Now off of this one here. This is tough. How are we supposed to do it? There we go. Alright, now we'll hook that up like that. We'll get this to go over this rope pulley here. And boy, there's just wires and ropes going everywhere. Let's see if this one's any better. Okay. So far, so good. Now the only thing that didn't... Oh my goodness gracious! Wow. Okay, well, I think we did it? No, we didn't! Oh my gosh! This mouse somehow didn't get to where he was supposed to go. Are you kidding me? How did that even happen? Oh, he fell in the bucket! Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He fell in the bucket. Alright, I think he's actually running forward a little bit because of this cheese. I wonder if we just Try to place it. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well that's obviously not going to work out for us. Alright, well now I'm pretty darn confused because that poor mouse gets put into the bucket. So I think what that means is the gears we have situated here are not quite the way we want it to go. Let's just switch it up and see if something interesting happens. We need this mouse to get to where he's supposed to go faster. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Oh my goodness. This poor mouse. He's always just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh boy, okay. Let's think about this now. Not sure what we can do differently. I feel like I'm almost wondering if we're not doing this the right way. The way that the official puzzle would want us to go. But we're close. I feel like we're close, and this gear did not get situated. Let's try one more time. Did all that? Yep, okay. Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot believe that mouse. So we're obviously not doing something exactly the right way, and that is unfortunate. Because we are basically right there. We're basically right there. But just not quite. I mean, that is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Do we need this scissors to do that? I'm forgetting now if we even need that to happen. Let's see. Scissors really doesn't do anything interesting anyway. Oh! Oh my goodness gracious. Wow, let's take another look at that. So I have no idea now, guys, whether or not this was intended, but we ended up getting it perfectly anyway. Now I've figured out that maybe these scissors are not necessarily needed. So, whew, okay, let's see what happens here now. What is even the first thing that happens? This little mouse here is what starts it all. He goes for the cheese, hits the lever, falls on down here. In the meantime, that gets this laser going, comes off the mirror into the mixer over to here, which makes this tennis ball, of course, hit the hamster. Then, this cannonball will go over this way. No, actually, this is a pretty mixed up puzzle here. The hamster wheel will get this guy going, so he's going to go off to the left-hand side. The balloon is going to get this out of here, this little twig. This will fall down. This cannonball may join it now. I'm not even sure if that's necessary. So this mouse is going to get off the left-hand side and kind of get flipped around. Like, I'm pretty sure that we're not maybe doing things the way we're supposed to, because it's a lot of movement for this poor mouse to actually eventually get where he's going. And in the meantime, after that all happens, when this bucket falls, this, of course, hits this hamster, which makes this little guy fall off to this hand side. And let's watch that one more time and see if that is even... Goodness gracious, look at that. Something's not quite right. Can we even repeat it? And wow. So it's actually that little cannonball does a little bit of a repeat action there and gets the final jolt to get that mouse into our buddy's mouth. So, wow, goodness gracious, that was a heck of a puzzle. That was a heck of a puzzle. Let's see if we hit the official solution button. Is that going to show us what's going to happen? It's very hard to see. I think it's, well, it's somewhat. It's somewhat how we have it. And if you can see, it's very hard to see. They actually do have the teeter-totters just hooked up straight across by a rope. So, well, I don't think we were too far off. It's a little hard to tell, that very small window there. But, hey, we got it. So that's the important part. That's Hungry Hungry Crocs. That was a pretty enjoyable one. Let's move on to the next one. Springtime for Tim. It's springtime for Tim, but he's trapped inside a brick barrier. Can you free Tim from the brick barrier? Well, we'll try. Where is our buddy Tim? Here he is. The brick barrier is right there. And, well, we have a couple things going on here, don't we? Not too many parts. Couple gears, not too many. That's always good as well. Let's see what the moving part is, as always. Okay, so this hamster wheel, of course, gets things going. He gets things going. I'm thinking we're going to have to at least hook this up to a jack in the box, which will get something else going at the proper time. At least that is my initial thought here. That's my initial thought. Okay, might not be that. So let's just see how far that gets us. Jack in the box will go, that will spring, but what can we hook that up to then? What can we hook that up to? Not sure just yet. Not sure just yet. Let's see. There's nothing that I can see that needs to get lit. An electric fan. Okay, well there's obviously only one place to plug in an electric fan. Wondering, what's this soccer ball going to do? Don't know. Not sure of that. Okay, conveyor belt, not sure of that either. Not sure of that either. And obviously this this big thing has to get out of the way eventually also. And, well, the only thing to light is, of course, the cannon. Hopefully this teeter-totter will do that job for us. The only thing, though, is it's already in kind of like the wrong position. That's interesting. It's already in the wrong position in the sense that if something comes down and hits this, well, it's not going to make this side of it drop down. So I'm not sure what that one's all about just yet. Not sure what that one's all about. I'm wondering if we need to get this soccer ball to do something other than just immediately fall down. Don't know, really. I don't know. Maybe something like this. Let's see if that gets us anywhere. Of course, the jack in the box will hit that. That'll hit that. That'll hit that guy. Okay, so let's at least hook up something here. Alright. Not 100% sure what we're dealing with just yet, but I'm thinking that maybe these gears are necessary because that's the only way this will bridge the gap from this hamster wheel all the way down to our generator. That will start the fan, which I don't know what the fan is used for yet. And, okay, well the only other thing we can do, of course, with this jack in the box is have it hit from the other side, and that should do the trick as far as the flashlight's concerned. So let's hook that up. And we have one more conveyor belt, but I'm not sure what that's going to be for. So let's just see what happens here so far. All of those things kind of get in motion. And that didn't really work the way I thought it would. Let's try that one more time and just make sure that this jack in the box is indeed what we need it to do. Going to do what we need it to do. Yes, okay. Perfect, perfect. And, well, naturally we need to get this thing out of the way before that cannon shoots because it's blocking the nitroglycerin or whatever you'd like to call it. So, well, that's interesting because I really don't know what that fan is all about. Really don't know what that fan is all about, and if it's not this soccer ball hitting this punching bag thing, or this big fist, I don't know what it could be. Don't know what could hit it otherwise. Let's think about this for a second. Let's just think about this for a second. Maybe we need this to fall down eventually. Like maybe as the soccer ball's falling, it can fall down here and also hit this. Let's see. Yep, that's exactly what it can do. The only other thing I'm thinking is that this fan needed to change the soccer ball's course long before the first time there. Something like that. Yes, perfect. And I'm thinking that this is probably where the last conveyor belt is going to come into play. So let's try it. This might actually be solved already. And boy, if it's not a much easier... Well, almost. And boy, if it's not a much easier puzzle, if things are all set in stone here already. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's see. Soccer ball's going to hit that. Perfect. Get it out of the way. Perfect, perfect. And, alright. Well, that one was pretty straightforward, much more so than the crocodile one, and that's usually how it goes. A real head scratcher followed by one that's not so bad, but hey, any solution is a good solution for me, that's for sure. So I think that's where we're going to cut it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching, and there we go, another 2 puzzles in the book. So this has been Bobby G. We'll see you next time.